Alright, new LR is Red Base Liz. A lot of people are questioning Red Base Liz. Is that the SR? No, it's not. It's the seasonal. She is still a Red Base Liz. She has the Base Liz relic. What does she do? I'm going to be going in and explaining while we start up this snake, because this is her best place. Her best use case is this boss. Doesn't mean that she's bad for other things, by the way. She is an absurd PvE character. Later on today we're going to try her in PvP as well, just for the fun of it. But she is mainly a PvE unit. So what does she do? Alright, credits to Kane here. I'm going to be using his translation. So, her Holy Relic, by the way, is the same as Base Liz. So she's going to be giving all your team 15% HP. I just want to point that out beforehand. Let's waste these cards here. So, in PvE, every time the unit heals allies, increases allies' basic stats by 6% up to 30. When the unit uses a card, it increases the unit's ult gauge by 1. So that's pretty good. Ult rushing for her is great because her ultimate is great. And before the unit uses a card, removes all buffs from the enemy. Also, you know, all I said was just in PvE. By the way, PvE includes all of PvE, including Demonic Beast. I thought for sure that was going to be the case, but you know, I didn't want to assume just because freaking Mikasa, right? But you know, she does work in all of PvE, so that's great. But this other part of her passive works everywhere alongside it. When the unit heals allies, increases allies' regeneration by 20%. So, yeah, here is her healing allies with her attack card. Her attack card is still the same as before, where she heals allies, but better. It has improved to now level 1. It already heals all allies, where before it was just the one with the lowest HP. And then now it has a flood multiplier on the card. So that's... I don't know how hard she's going to be able to hit, say, you know, at max HP and stuff. I'm just going to be attacking with her as much as possible so we can stack up that passive as we go along. Let me use her ultimate just to show it off. So, yeah, now she has Flood. At level 1, she heals all allies by 30% of damage dealt. Then level 2 is 40%, level 3 is 50% of damage dealt. And then her new improved blue card not only cleanses all allies, but also gives allies 30% defense related stats. Now the ult you saw, the ult now not only gives true ult gauge, but also 30% attack related stats for 2 turns. So, I mean, she's doing a lot. She is really doing a lot. Let's do this right here. Yep. She's really doing a lot. And when you combine all these things, she is like not only like a very good unit for this game mode. Now with the goddesses and everything like that, I think you don't even need to run her with goddesses, really. You could just run her with like the red... What's her face? Damn it, what's her name? Megalda. The red Megalda, if you don't have like this Margaret, you don't have Mael, right? Stuff like that. But, I mean, all the things that she's doing, the extra ult gauge with the ultimate, you're pushing ult very easily. So, like, okay, I'm going to ult with Mael now, and then, I'm just going to pop all ults, actually, right? And then I'm going to ult with her. And then everyone's going to get you ult gauge, and she's going to get an extra ult gauge from using a card, right? Or is it just an attack card? I think it's any card. So, she should actually get 3 ult gauge. So she's cycling ults very fast. Yeah, she gets 3 ultimate gauge from using the card itself too. She's cycling ults very fast. You can even have a turn where you ult with her and then use 2 cards, and then you're gonna have the ult back again the following turn. So I can see her for the future Demonic Beasts being an insane asset to have. Like really. So is she maxed out? She has 5 stacks, full basic stats. So she's at 800,000 HP. I'm gonna be taking a look at all the characters because at this point, what's Margaret's passive looking like? So she's at only 1 stack. I mean, I haven't been focusing on her, so that's my fault. And about, because we have like so much here going on, right? We have 4 stacks here on her, but the stats on the characters are looking crazy. 85,000 attack. How's Mael looking like? Yeah, Mael's HP defense, by the way. Because I thought we're gonna have so much attack, I can't just run HP defense, make my team like super tanky, and I'm just gonna be killing him anyways, right? It's not an issue. Oh, I should have used her. She hit pretty hard though. I should have used her her blue card for defense, but we're gonna kill anyways. It's fine. I was a little concerned because I was attacking with Liz, but she hit very hard, so it's chill. Now there's no doubt in my mind, looking at what she does and everything like that, she is probably the best demonic beast unit in the game. And again, I think, you know, if you don't have this goddess team to run her on, you can run her with Trader Mally and that Red Megalda, and you're gonna be just fine beating floor 3 of this beast. No exaggeration. It's just, oh, I can't attack with her because I'm gonna remove the buff, so I need to work on doing some of this first real quick. Yeah. But, you know, that's whatever. I think any future demonic beast, she will be priority #1 to have. And like any new demonic beast that comes out, you will see day 1 teams will use her. Like there's no doubt in my mind of that, right? So that's for sure. The only problem I have, and it's not her fault, the only problem I have with her is that she doesn't work on Hero Arena. But then again, that's not her fault. That's the fault of the developers for making Hero Arena a PvP passive only game mode. When I don't know why it can't be both. Would it be too strong for these, like, you know, super good PvE characters? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think that this Elizabeth would be an insane asset, especially considering, right? For you to even get Elizabeth, you need to play Hero Arena, right? So I think it would have been nice to have this as an asset on that game mode. This Liz on Hero Arena would be so fantastic for anyone that would make her. It would be like a free win for, you know, maybe that's why. But you can say that for any seasonal character, so I don't know. It being an LR, I think would make sense. But what do I know? Do an attack over first to build up basic stats. Yeah, let me do some of this. Yeah, so with all the stat buffing from these characters, it's just kind of crazy, you know? It's just kind of crazy. So we're going to be trying her out in PvP as well. Not this video. This is going to be like, I think that this is the best showcase I can make her because this is the best place for her. This is the best way you can actually show her passive, but I think she's going to be a really fun PvP character as well because her stats are very high. I didn't go in her all stats. I can show right now. I didn't actually check her all stats, but she has like very high CC. I think she could be a fun PvP character, even though her passive doesn't really work, because her attack heals could be very powerful. Yeah, she has very good... I mean, I'm like mathing in my head, ignoring like the extra... Like, her crit chance is pretty good for like a non-DPS character, right? Like, ignore the pluses. Yeah. I was just getting like very much negative lifesteal from the actual boss. I mean, her stats are very fantastic, which they should be. She's an LR, right? All LRs have very good stats. So keeping all that in mind, I think she's going to be a fine character to just have fun with PvP. She's not going to be meta, though. Just from the fact that, obviously, her passive doesn't work, right? It's not a great sign. I think if you have her, you definitely don't need Margaret, by the way. I think Margaret is great still, because if you cleanse off a debuff, you get the attack with the stats and stuff like that, but like, you already have a cleanser. And so if you don't have Margaret because, you know, you skipped her, you didn't have the gems at the time, I think you'll be just fine using Liz. I don't need to ult with her, actually. I'm just gonna cleanse off those debuffs and then do enough damage to proceed here. Yeah, if you skipped Margaret, you're gonna be fine. At this point, I hope you have Freya's Relic. It's been so many weeks, man. Like, you could have gotten the Freya Relic for free, no problem, at this point, so I hope you have. But if you haven't, you know, there's definitely something as well. I don't know, I don't know what else to say about her. I mean, she's just a really good unit, as she should be. She's an LR. If you look at all the LRs that we've had so far, you know, you can say that, like, Ascanor is unfortunately, like, a very limited character, which is true. Oh, I didn't do enough damage? I thought I would. I was looking at the other monitors, sorry. Which is very true. Like, him being extremely limited is definitely an unfortunate consequence of, I don't know, them trying to make a character that is very strong, but not too strong. While at the same time releasing Tyr and the Demon King, I don't know, whatever. But Liz, you know, she's a PvE only character, so they can make her as strong as they want, since she's already limited that way. Alright, here. Cleanse off with Margaret instead of Liz, because Margaret will... I'll get the Liz ultimate right there as well from using that card, because you get the extra ult gauge. Margaret will actually heal us, and then Liz will heal us again. Yeah, Margaret plus Liz is a is like an exaggeration of a combo. They're so strong. There's so much healing going on. But, you know, obviously, if you just have them, right? If you just have them, you just run together. But if you don't have them, I mean, it's whatever, right? If you don't have them, it's whatever. You don't need both. You just need one or the other. So if you just have Liz, it's cool too. Ult, and then I'm gonna cleanse. If her ult cleanse, that would be great as well, but that's just adding on. Like, it's just, if I just keep on adding stuff for her to do, right, it's just gonna be like a non-ending list, because she's already doing so much. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna finish this demonic beast here and go on my way. There's not much else really. This is the one thing with PvE characters, like if you're doing a PvE showcase, it's like, well, there's no much difference between any between runs, right? So all you can see really is just how tanky my team is from having all these stats. I guess the team also ends up being very tanky from... Let me do this. Oh, you don't... Oh, I just realized, right? If you just ult and use one card, you get the ult back. Oh my god, that's so strong. Yeah, like if you ult with her once, right, get 3 ult gauge, then use one card, you get the extra ult gauge from using a card. And then you get the ult again. Yeah. Bro, how are they gonna make the next demonic beast difficult if this character exists? She's so insane. And she's limited to just PvE, right? She's not limited to a specific demonic beast, which, like, her passive is so strong, that's what you'd think she would be, you know, limited to, like a demonic beast. That is, that's pretty crazy. I mean, obviously, she's an LR, so for her to be this strong makes sense. Is just, I feel like we haven't seen a crazy PvE unit like her since, like a truly like crazy PvE unit that works anywhere. Like Trader Melly. I think that's the last time we've seen a character to this degree. Right? Am I going crazy? I think so. I think so. I'll start off. I'll start off with this card just to get some stats in. I hate floor 3, man. I don't do floor 3 on my free time. I'll do it for the video, but week by week, I don't do floor 3. It's just, it's so long. And I mean, we're getting extra basic stats and stuff, and my team will struggle to die, right? That's for sure. My team will definitely struggle to die because I'm going to be very powerful here, but it's just so long. The stage is just so long that it's just it's just unfun to play, right? But it's fine. It's fine. Let's I don't have anything to cleanse, so I'm just gonna heal again with her first. Me attacking with either I'm gonna use for the defense. Either Liz or what's her face? Freya there was whatever, you know? On the purposes of just increasing stats. Oh, misclicked. I got Liz ult. Ults are good for the gauge here. Yeah, like I feel like floor 3. I think it's hard for sure, but it's more of a annoyance because it's so long than actually like being hard. You know what I mean? It's just actually just annoying floor. At this point, with Margaret and stuff like that, it's just what it is. I'm just gonna, for the sake of, you know, not taking so long, I'm just gonna skip to when I'm done with this bar here, and then I'll be right back. I hacking love floor 3, let me tell you. Oh, it's whatever. Let me get the ult for Mayo here. Let's start working on you. Oh, this phase is even longer. Oh my god. This phase is even longer than the previous. It's cool. I mean, my attack should be so high that just removing one stance should be enough to like do some crazy damage, right? Let's see. We got the attack buff from Liz's ultimate. Oh, never mind. Ah, cool floor, man. Maybe I should have gone with attack with all my characters. Because my concern was like, okay, sometimes if you don't have HP defense on some of the characters, like Freya, she can die, right? But honestly, like, with Liz, I don't think she can. I don't think that should be a matter for concern, right? I think it's chill if you have Liz. So I think I'm not gonna do floor 3 anymore. So I believe this should be the last character to ever be made for this boss. Like Liz is not made for the boss, quote unquote, because she's like a general character that's good everywhere, but like, or PvE wise, she's good everywhere, right? But if you look at it, this is the hardest activity in the game, right? Yeah, this is why Tarmin look on her. This is the hardest activity in the game, right? So, and she's good for it, so she's made for it. Like, you know, putting it in like very bluntly. But if other activities are gonna come out after this, right? I won't have to play this anymore for a video. Oh. So I probably won't have to do floor 3 ever again, and I won't. Like floor 3 just takes so long for an extra 3 when they don't even make relics. I'm just stockpiling these mats for no reason. They don't make relics. So it's whatever. I think I can tank. Just to be safe, I'm just gonna. I always think, oh, I think I can tank this, and then I die. But I actually do think I can tank this, and then I have the stats, I have damage reduction, I have defense related stats. Wish I had a level 2 card. Oh yeah. Alright, I'll be back in like 2 turns. Oh! No. I have the thing, the second hit. No, I don't, because you removed it, right? Whatever. I'll just give him next turn. I mean, it's not going any faster than Green Liz, that's for sure. But that's not because Liz is bad. It's just this stage is long. That is the only reason. Let me combine these cards here. Do like this. Get Margaret's ultimate for next next phase here. No problem. Then we'll finish this floor 3. So I'm gonna be doing a video using her on every demonic beast. But I'm not gonna include this one on that video because we're just doing it right now. Do this and then we'll get the ults back. Oh, I don't have a Liz card. No, it's whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack again with my all. Okay, I didn't have to dump all the all these cards. Whatever. Surprisingly, like out of the floor 3, the last phase is always the most chill because it's not long as hell. It's still somewhat long, but not nearly as long. So if you ult with, honestly, like I think Liz really doesn't want you to use Margaret. Margaret does have obviously a good passive, but you just look at, you know, everything that Liz is doing, and it's like, I don't think I should be running her with Margaret, because Liz's ultimate already gives me an attack related stat buff. And so, like Margaret's, I'm pretty sure, is not even as good as Liz. Like, I need to like put effort into using Margaret's like attack related stat buff, while Liz, I just need to use her ultimate, which as we discussed, is very easy to cycle. You literally just have to use one ult for her, and then you can use one card at that turn, and then you just get the ult again. It's just, I don't know, I think from now on, I mean, it's whatever. I'm just going to be doing only up to floor 2 anyways, for, you know, time's sake. But if I was to be doing, like, the whole thing, like, floors 1, 2, 3, I probably would also remove Margaret and maybe put someone else in. It's just the problem is, like, there's no one else, right? You're going to use who? Red Tarmio? I guess. He gives basic stats. Red Saurio for basic stats? I don't know. But then you might as well use Margaret. Like, if you're going to use, like, a bad character just because they're goddess, right? You might as well use Margaret. So let me remove that stance. I'm gonna do this right here, and I'll cleanse off at the end. Honestly, my I think does enough damage. We don't have the attack buff. Oh, yeah, would have been nice if, no, we do have the attack buff. I'm saying we ulted first. I'll say would have been nice if we cleansed with Margaret first to get the attack buff, but Liz is already giving the attack buff to us. Like, Margaret is here for what? Like, I guess the cleanse is still. Oh, you can. Okay, you can stack the attack buffs. I thought it was the same named attack buff. How does that work? Okay, I'm not gonna question, because you know how, for example, right? You have Blue Easton, and then you have another. Let's say the new Elaine, right? They both have an attack-related stat increase buff card. If you use them both, the highest one is the one that prevails. Not both. But I guess because it applies different, Margaret's and Liz's do stack. So I guess it is a decent combo. I don't know. Whatever. Good unit though, I guess.